From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clarke County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. An Athens woman is robbed while on her way to work, and authorities need your help in finding the suspects. Plus, what teams picked former Bulldogs in the NFL draft? We're going to let you know. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. Trouble erupted at the University of Georgia as UGA police arrested 16 students and community members during a pro-Palestine demonstration yesterday. The demonstrators, who had set up an encampment on the old college front lawn, were met with swift action from authorities after refusing to disperse. UGA administration cited violations of the university freedom of expression policy, leading to the demonstrators' arrest on charges of criminal trespass. Tensions ran high as officers moved in to dismantle the encampment, and demonstrators linking arms in defiance and chanting slogans of protest. Allegations of mistrust surfaced, including attempts to remove a protester's hijab and the selective targeting of black women and Muslim demonstrators for arrest. As the arrested individuals were taken into custody and transported to Athens-Clarke County Jail, disappointment and frustration echoed among the UGA community. This from the Red and Black. Tensions are rising in Athens-Clarke County as Mayor Kelly Girtz seeks to halt a recall effort initiated by James DePaola, citing procedural irregularities and insufficient grounds for recall. In a petition filed with the Superior Court, Girtz challenges the legitimacy of the recall application, alleging mishandlings by county elections officials and violations of the State Recall Act. The recall effort, spearheaded by DePaola, stems from allegations that Girtz failed to uphold his duties and secretly entered into agreements making Athens a sanctuary city, claims denied by the mayor. While Girtz remains focused on the legal challenge, DePaola continues to rally support for the recall petition, aiming to collect over 20,000 signatures from registered voters by mid-May. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. A tense situation unfolded in Athens last week as law enforcement responded to reports of a suspicious man seen with a gun near the Georgia Department of Transportation office on Old Hull Road. A swift and coordinated effort involving about a dozen police units culminated in the capture of the suspect, who was already wanted on a federal firearms violation. Despite initially evading capture, the suspect was eventually located near Athena Road. It was later revealed that the 32-year-old homeless man had a federal probation violation for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, along with additional charges of obstruction. In a separate development, authorities also encountered another individual at a nearby homeless camp wanted on warrants from Stone Mountain. However, he was not arrested due to authorities there declining to have him detained. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
Learn how to succeed and win big in life, plus much, much more. Listen to the Red Hot Read podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad. whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Athens-Clarke County Facebook page, a 30-year-old woman in Athens was robbed at gunpoint on West Broad Street while heading to work downtown. Police report 2 men followed her, one brandishing what she believed to be a gun, while the other stole her cell phone. She described the suspects as black men who could have been in their 20s or 30s, one being over 6 feet tall and wearing a red hoodie with a dog and bull on the front. The other suspect was said to be shorter, with a teardrop tattoo on his face and a possible scar over his eye. T.M. Hodgins said, by the description of these thugs, it's likely that a few dozen people in Athens know exactly who they are. This could help find and arrest them. M.T. Colquitt said, Athens plus darkness equals dangerous. And Anti-Lib said, good description of the creeps. Hope they get caught. Probably a violation of their probation, which will result in more probation. Former Dean Bill Flatt has established the first ever chair in the College of Family and Consumer Services. The Bill and June Flatt Chair in Foods and Nutrition has been bestowed upon esteemed Professor Connie Rogers. Flatt, renowned for his lifelong dedication to education and philanthropy, has contributed over $2.7 million to UGA, endowing scholarships, professorships, and awards. His latest contribution marks a milestone for the college, emphasizing his unwavering commitment to its success. Connie Rogers, recognized for her outstanding contributions to nutritional sciences, expresses her gratitude for being named the inaugural chair. This from UGA. From the Bleacher Report and Athlon Sports, Georgia Bulldogs dominated the NFL draft once again. This year, tight end Brock Bowers and offensive tackle Amarius Mims led the pack as first-round picks. Bowers heads to the Raiders, while Mims joins the Bengals. Other top picks include Ladd McConkey, who is heading to the Chargers, Kamari Lassiter to the Texans, and Tyke Smith will join the Buccaneers. Meanwhile, former Georgia Bulldog quarterback Stetson Bennett missed his entire rookie season with the Rams last year after being drafted in the 4th round. In September, Bennett was placed on the reserve non-football injury list, and no explanation was given as to why. He looks good, Rams head coach Sean McVay said recently of Bennett, who had won the backup quarterback job behind fellow former Bulldog Matthew Stafford last year. McVay confirmed last week that Bennett is hitting the weight room with the other Rams and also attending team meetings. And finally, Athens-Clarke County has clinched the prestigious title of being the first gold-level bio-ready community in Georgia. This remarkable recognition highlights Athens-Clarke County's readiness to support the burgeoning biotech industry, making it an attractive destination for life sciences endeavors. Mayor Kelly Girtz expressed delight at this significant milestone, emphasizing the collaborative efforts between private and public partners to solidify Athens-Clarke County's position as a hub for innovation. The Bio-Ready rating system, initiated by Georgia Bio, rates communities based on their infrastructure capacity and zoning practices, enabling them to effectively attract biotechnology companies and developers. This from WGAU.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.